आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव।
Azadi ka Safar with AIR News. Birth of a Nation. India's glorious freedom struggle is one of the greatest struggles the modern world has ever witnessed. AIR News brings you a glimpse of the struggle every day.
On this day in 1891, a revolutionary who gave us our salutation, Jai Hind, and fought for India's independence from the foreign land was born. The name of this legendary freedom fighter is Chempakaraman Pillai, also called Jai Hind Pillai.
Thirsting for freedom of the country, Pillai wanted to create an anti-British army and redeem India from the foreign rule. Chempakaraman Pillai was born in Trivandrum to Tamil parents. It is said that Raman Pillai rallied against the British and shouted out Jai Hind or Jai Hindustan ki in the school campus.
Raman Pillai continued his education in Austria and went on to complete his diploma in engineering. He also graduated in public governance and economics and had a grasp over 12 languages.
In 1914, when the First World War broke out, overseas Indian revolutionaries attempted to seize the opportunity to enlist German support for India's fight for freedom. Pillai was one of them.
ये जो देश है तेरा, स्वदेश है तेरा, तुझे है पुकारा.
The Indian revolutionaries in Europe contacted the German embassy in Zurich. In September 1914, the International Pro-India Committee was formed with Pillai as the president and Zurich as the headquarters. From Zurich, Pillai ran the German-English monthly Pro-India. The magazine put forward the Indian view of the world to the German people.
In October 1914, Pillai founded the Berlin Committee in support of the Indian cause. The following year, the International Pro-India Committee and the Berlin Committee combined to form the Indian Independence Committee. A series of plans were put together between 1914 and 1917 to form an international front against the British Raj.
The Indian revolutionaries even went so far as to form a provisional government of India in Kabul in 1915 with Chempakaraman Pillai as the foreign minister. The plan was to bring Turkish and German soldiers to Afghanistan and assist Kabul in launching a war against the Raj.
The attack on the northwest frontier would be reinforced by a mutiny in the Indian army and a popular upsurge against the British rule. But the plan failed and led to a severe backlash from the British.
After the World War I ended, Pillai stayed on in Europe and continued his nationalist work. He died in Berlin in 1934 with the last wish that his ashes be carried on a ship with tricolour flying on it. Pillai's wife Lakshmibai returned to India with his ashes.
She travelled with them from Bombay to Thiruvananthapuram aboard INS Delhi some years after the independence and immersed them in the river Karmana.
Also on this day in the year 1940, one of the most important resistance movements against the British rule in Malabar took place at Kannur district in Kerala. The Provincial Congress Committee gave a call to the people of Malabar to observe 15 September as Anti-Imperialist Day.
There were meetings and demonstrations all over Malabar against the imperialism. Violent clashes took place between the people and the police at several places. 2 young men were killed in a clash between a mob and a police party at Murara.
In connection with this incident, KPR Gopalan, a prominent communist, was arrested on a charge of murder and later sentenced to death. But, owing to the intervention of political leaders, including Mahatma Gandhi, the death penalty was not carried out. That brings us to the end of this episode of Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. See you in the next episode tomorrow.